Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you how you can create an ammo system and as well as like doing multiple specials modes like the Mahito. Let me show you. So what I mean by different special modes is that if you know that Mahito R special is basically different modes, these modes, and you can also use these as for weapon switching, like switching weapons like Toji does. So yeah, just make sure to watch the full video. So I'm gonna start off with the multiple special modes, okay? And now this is really interesting, okay? So this is what my different special mode does. It's not really like Mahito R special, but it's just gonna switch my weapons. My first weapon, then my second weapon, then back to normal, okay? You can do the same with like different modes, okay? So yeah, that's what you can do. So first of all, I'm gonna go to our special real quick. Now first of all, all we need to do is that we need to add either a special or like anything you want. I'm just gonna add a weapon. Like I'm gonna copy this weapon real quick. Alright, so I just copied my weapon from my different block. So this is the weapon which I'm using, okay? Okay, it's gonna disappear. So what you're gonna do is that once you're done setting up your weapon or like your mode or something, move or anything, then just I'm just gonna put, if you're using a weapon, okay, if you're using a weapon, then you have to add this time, which is infinite time, by the way. Then you also have to add a visual tag, which is gonna be called modes, okay? You can name it anything you want, because this is what you need to cancel your weapon or your VFX or yeah, just VFX or a weapon, okay? If you're using a move, then you don't need to cancel it because it's just gonna work once, okay? Now, once you're done doing that, if you want to make a weapon thing, then I'm just gonna add an animation and stuff real quick. I'm just using it as an example, okay? If you're making it, then that's on you, okay? Now, once I'm done with the animations, it's just a random animation, okay? You can ignore it, okay? I'm just using it as a example, okay? Now once done, now we are already done with all the stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna add a tag. I'm gonna name this mode. Then I'm gonna add a value 1, okay? Time is gonna be infinite, so I'm just gonna do this 1e plus 38. Then I'm gonna put it as add. I'm gonna turn off set. Alright. What is it gonna do? That it's gonna give me one value, okay? Time is infinite, so I'm gonna have this value forever, okay, until I add another value, okay? So now once done, I'm gonna put another tag, which is gonna be up above on top, okay? And I'm gonna name this mods as well, okay? Now here what things get interesting, okay? Now I'm going to put this as 1 time e plus 38, which is infinite, but I'm gonna turn off these and I'm gonna turn on check, okay? Now why did I do this? It's basically, now look, check is going to check if I have one value, then it's going to do the branch move, which I'm gonna make real quick, which is gonna be second mode, okay? Second mode. Now I'm gonna put the second mode branch in the. Now what I did is that it's not gonna just do the second mode right now because we still need one value, okay? Now tag is just basically adds a value and checks if we have that value. Then it will activate the branch move. If we don't have that value, then it's gonna skip this tag and then it's gonna work the other move which we have, okay, which is this mesh. So it's gonna give us the item which we have in the first mode. Then the one tag below this animation is the tag which is going to give us the value, which is value 1. You can see the add is on, so it's gonna give us one value, okay? The reason I'm explaining is because some people complain that I didn't explain how the tag is working and what it's going to do what. That's why I'm explaining everything, okay? Now it's just gonna give us one value. Then if we use the R special again, then it will activate this tag, which this tag is going to activate the second mode, okay? Alright, now let's go to the second mode. Now what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna add a visual cancel. Now this cancel is going to cancel this weapon. You can see this weapon. So if I just add the same visual tag, the same as the mesh tag, you can see it's called mode. Now if I just copy this right here and I'm gonna choose the same limb as mesh visual, you can see, which is left arm, and if I go to cancel left arm, now it's gonna cancel our visual, okay? Doesn't matter for how long it is. I'm gonna put that out. I'm just gonna put this as 1e plus 38 as well. Now just make sure you choose the correct limb and correct visual tag name. Okay, that's it. Now once done, I'm gonna put at 0.2 seconds. Now I'm going to like just do the animations real quick. I'm just gonna put random animations real quick. Now once done, 0.3 or 2 wait, then I'm gonna add another visual with a different weapon. This one is going to be a different weapon, by the way. Okay, now I'm done adding my new weapon in the mesh visual in the second mode. Now you can see all the settings I did, and now I'm gonna put this 1e plus 38, which is infinite time. Now I'm gonna add the visual tag the same as the others, which is gonna be modes. Right, now done. Now in here I'm going to add another tag. This is going to be 1 same time. Add. Now this is going to add another tag. Okay, it's gonna add another tag. I'm just gonna name this modes again. Now what is this going to do is that it's going to add another tag, another value. Now we already have this one value. Okay, we already have this one value. Now if we add another one, it's going to be called 2. Now since we will have 2 values, then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add another tag in the default, in the first mode. Okay, same as the others. Now I'm gonna put this value as 2, since we will have 2 value after enabling the second mode. We can, and the 238. Now check. Now we are going to make a new branch which will give us the normal hand back. So for that I'm gonna named it, and I'm gonna name the branch in the second value thing. Now you can see second value, infinite time, check is on, and now it's gonna activate the normal branch. Now in this branch I'm gonna add a cancel. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna add a cancel left arm, and I'm gonna put it and turn on modes. Okay, now it's going to cancel our weapon. It's gonna remove the weapon. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put 0.2 second, 0.2 or 1. Alright, 2. Then I'm gonna add another tag. Now I'm gonna put this as a set. Then same name as mode. Put the value as 0. Same time. Now this is going to reset our value back to 0. Then it's going to also remove the weapon. Then we will be able to fight with the normal M1s. Okay, now I'm gonna see if this works or not. Okay, now I'm gonna press the R special. Now it's going to give me my first weapon. Now if I press it again, it's going to give me my second weapon. Now if I press it again, it's going to remove the item. That works. Okay, now how do I make this work in M1s too? I mean, I already made a video on it, how you can create item M1s and all, but it's gonna work on the, you know, if I just like make a 1, then you gotta make a branch. Okay, you gotta make a branch with the tag named as value 1. It's gotta match the same value as the modes. You know, this mode has now this mode is gonna give us 1 value. Remember, we will already have 1 value. So if you just go here, modes, value 1, e plus 38, then check. Now check. Then I'm gonna put, now I'm gonna make a branch which is gonna be first mode. Then I'm gonna just add a web animations. All right, that's for example. Okay, just for example. Then I'm gonna add another M1 thing. Now I'm gonna add another tag, value 2. Check is on. Now second mode. Now a new branch is gonna be called second mode. Now a animation. I'm just using these as an example to see if they're working or not. Okay, and I'm gonna put another example. Now I'm gonna put another animation here, which is gonna be. Okay, now let's see if this worked. Okay, now my first M1 should be an animation of whale step. Alright, you can see it. Now if I press R special, it's gonna give me a different animation. You can see, but if I press the R special again, it's gonna give me another weapon. Now if I press M1, different animations. Okay, right? Now if I press the R special again, I'm back to the whale step animation. Okay, now this is the simplest way to change your M1. Okay, now since we're done with the multiple special modes, and now I'm gonna show you the ammo system. Okay, now if I press a shoot, it's not gonna It's not gonna be able to like shoot people because I don't have any ammo. But if I press R reload, now I will be able to shoot. As you can see, yeah. So how to do this, I'm gonna show you real quick. You gotta make a skill called set first though. Because you know why? This skill is just going to give you 0 value. Now you might be asking me, don't we already have 0 value? No, we don't, okay? Because the value we have since the beginning is called nil, not 0, okay? So it's not going to activate anything at all, okay? So I'm just gonna put a value which is gonna be 0, infinite timing, and add and set, and then tag name is called ammo, okay? Now once you've done this, you can also put a condition called durability only for once, so you can only use this once, okay? And also go to properties and turn on use when obtained. So once you spawn, it's going to use this skill automatically, okay? Now since we're done with that, now let's go to shoot. Now here is things get interesting. I'm gonna go to shoot. Now first of all, you need to add a tag called ammo, same as the set tag, okay? Value is going to be 0, 1, same infinite timing. Then I'm going to put a check. Now you also got to create a new branch which this tag is going to activate. Now this is basically the click where you get no ammo, okay? Where you have no ammo at all, okay? Now you can just see the animation. Now you can also copy the sound, okay, if you want to. Now this is basically the tag which is going to activate when we have no ammo, okay? Now this is already set to 0, okay? Now once done, now just set up the animation for your shooting, which is teleport I did and 0.4 wait. Then you can also like choose your visuals. Now let's head to projectile because this is one of the main part, okay? Now ammo system is gonna work as an ammo shoot. So I'm gonna add a projectile and I'll name it as tag. You don't need to do anything much in tag. You just gotta increase the speed to 300 or 200, so like it could catch the bullet to them faster, okay? Now time to 2, or you can like just increase and decrease the stuff by yourself, okay? It just works as an ammo, okay? Like a moving hitbox, you know that. Now I'm gonna turn on stun animation 2. Now damage depends on you, okay? Now yeah, I'll make sure that the attack type is called bullet, okay? Now it should cancel enemy, can kill, it can also kill the enemy. The bullet can kill enemy. Now once you're done with projectile, you gotta add a sound, which is gonna be the shooting sound, okay? Now once done adding a sound and projectile, now I'm gonna add another tag, which is going to be infinite time, and it's going to be -1, okay? Now you might be wondering why I added this. Just watch why I did it, okay? Now it's gonna add -1, okay? Now teleport to end everything all, okay? Now let's head to reload skill. Now you will understand why I added -1 value because of reload, okay? Now if you go to reload, you will see gunshot. I mean there's already animation for it. Then 0.35 weight. Then the reload sound. This is the reload sound, by the way. Then there we add a new tag, okay? Now this tag is just basically your ammo, okay? 15, you can add a 15 value, 10 value, or 5 value. If you want your gun to have a 6 value or 7, okay. If you want your gun or like your item to have 5 shoots, like 5 ammo, so I'm gonna press the value as 5 or 6. I want to have 10 shoots, okay, 10 ammo. So I'm gonna put the value as 10 because this is basically our ammo. Now time, it should be infinite, okay? Now this is going to just add and also set the value to 10. Now once done, now gunshot back to normal, okay? Now look. Now basically what is this going to do that you see? Now look, now I'm gonna explain everything again. Set skill is just going to basically reset our skill to 0. Now since we already have 0 value, it's not going to click, it's not going to shoot because it's empty. There is no value for it to activate, okay? Now once we reload, it's going to give us the 10 value or 9 value or any value we have put, which is basically our ammo. Now the reason I added -1 tag is that it's going to just decrease our value to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if I press again, it's not going to give me any ammo at all. See? Now I hope this made you understand how you can create ammo system. There's another way to create ammo system by using the awakening bar, but I feel like that's too boring, you know. Let me know if you have any problems, and yeah, that was pretty much it with everything. So yeah, that was pretty much it, and thanks for watching.